On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Frank.
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
Frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Constitution.
The set of fundamental principles or established precedents that a state, a country, or an organization is governed by, the act of forming or establishing something.
Examples:
The National Constitution. The National Constitution. When the Constitution is amended, it often creates a great deal of controversy throughout the country.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Loophole.
A gap or weakness in a legal or bureaucratic system that allows for the exploitation of unintended benefits or avoids penalties.
Examples:
Legal loophole. Finding a loophole. A loophole in the tax code allows some people to avoid paying taxes legally.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Guarantee.
To promise something will happen formally, especially that certain conditions about a product, service, or transaction would be met.
Examples:
Guarantee a high quality. Guarantee women equality. We cannot guarantee enough raw material sources.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
For instance. Notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Candid.
Honest, straightforward, and frank in someone's words or actions.
Examples:
Candid conversation. In my candid opinion. The candid photography captured the genuine emotions of the moment.
Elector.
A person who has the right to vote in an election.
Examples:
Presidential elector. Qualified for an elector. The elector cast their vote for the candidate they believed in.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
Refuse a request. Refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Concede.
To acknowledge or admit the truth or existence of something, often reluctantly.
Examples:
Concede a territory. Concede a point. He had to concede defeat after losing the game.
Manipulate.
To influence or control something or someone to your advantage, often in an unfair or dishonest way.
Examples:
Manipulate figures. Vulnerable to manipulate. Please tell me how to manipulate this computer.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Swear.
To make a solemn promise or vow, to use rude or offensive language.
Examples:
Swear an oath. Swear a blue streak. I swear I didn't mean to break your vase.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Episode.
A happening or story that is distinctive in a series of related events, an abrupt short period during which someone suffers from the effects of a physical or mental illness.
Examples.
End of the first episode. Episode of vertigo. I want to put that episode of my life behind me.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples.
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Glitch.
A minor problem or malfunction, especially in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples.
Computer glitch. Unanticipated glitch. The computer system had a minor glitch that caused a delay.
Coup.
A sudden, violent, and illegal seizure of power from a government, an impressive or successful action or achievement.
Examples.
Coup plotters. Military coup. The Prime Minister was arrested and charged with treason after he was found to be involved in the coup.
Safeguard.
To protect something or someone from harm, damage, or loss.
Examples.
Safeguard my property. Safeguard environmental quality. This measure will safeguard people against terrorism.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples.
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples.
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Voluntary.
Done of one's own free will, without being forced or coerced.
Examples.
Voluntary action. Voluntary participation. The program is voluntary, so participants can choose whether or not to take part.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples.
Gesture of goodwill. Hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Riot.
A violent disturbance of the peace by a crowd, characterized by destruction of property, looting, arson, and attacks on individuals.
Examples.
Riot police. riot control gas. The riots in the city have left many buildings damaged and several people injured.
Bloodshed.
The act of shedding blood, often used to describe violence or war, injury or death caused by violence or conflict.
Examples:
bloody bloodshed, massive bloodshed. The negotiations failed, leading to threats of bloodshed between the two countries.
Strife.
Conflict or disagreement, especially between people or groups.
Examples:
at strife over the land, civil strife. The country has been racked by political strife for many years.
Concession.
Something that is granted or given up, often in a negotiation or argument, a place or stand where goods or services are sold or provided, often in a public setting such as a stadium or amusement park.
Examples:
an oil concession, make a concession. The movie theater offered a special concession for seniors on Tuesdays.
Ironic.
A situation or event that is opposite of what is expected, the use of words to mean the opposite of their literal or original meaning.
Examples:
ironic twist, ironic consequence. It's ironic that the rain started just as they finished building the new picnic shelter.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
the well-being of a nation, a sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
nation-state, a seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Contender.
The contestant you hope to defeat.
Examples:
championship contender, presidential contender. We were looking at a severe contender indeed.
Advisor.
A person who gives advice about a particular subject.
Examples:
a medical advisor, chief advisor. After retiring, he continued to be an advisor to politicians.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
a magic spell, she is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Republic.
A state or country in which the people and their elected representatives hold supreme power and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch.
Examples:
Republic democracy. The Republic of Art. The United States is a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples:
A politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Willingness.
The state of being ready or inclined to do something.
Examples:
Willingness to help. Indicate a willingness to change. Her willingness to help others earned her many friends.
Congratulation.
The act of expressing that someone has an occasion for celebration or the expression of pleasure at the success or good fortune of another.
Examples:
Congratulation on a promotion. A matter for congratulation. The congratulations from her friends and family were overwhelming after she won the championship.
Bless.
To make or pronounce holy, to hallow, to consecrate, to sanctify.
Examples:
Bless him in my heart. Bless you. The priest blessed the couple as they knelt before him.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Command.
Authority, control, or mastery over something, often referring to military or leadership contexts, a directive, order, or instruction, expertise or competence in a specific area. Verb, to give an authoritative order or instruction, or to be in charge or control of something.
Examples:
Command and control. Command a battery. The general gave a command to his troops to prepare for battle.
Nationwide.
Extending throughout an entire nation.
Examples:
Nationwide strike. Nationwide network. This is a nationwide campaign to recruit women into trade unions.
Die hard.
Of a person extremely loyal, dedicated, or enthusiastic, unwilling to give up.
Examples:
Die-hard fanatic. Die-hard militarist. He was a die-hard football team fan and never missed a game.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Demobilize.
To discharge or release soldiers, military personnel, or other personnel from active service or duty. To disband or break up a military unit or force. To withdraw or deactivate a military force or resource.
Examples:
Demobilize combatants. Demobilize soldiers. The board decided to demobilize some of the departments to streamline operations.
Moreover.
Indicating that what follows is an additional or supplementary point. Furthermore, in addition to what has been said before.
Examples:
Moreover, she decided to go. But moreover, they work well together. The company is environmentally conscious, and moreover, it uses sustainable materials in its products.
Outcome:
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Acknowledge:
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something. To accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality. To express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
Acknowledge the deed. Acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Begrudge:
To feel resentment or ill will towards someone because of their success, possessions, or achievements. To envy or covet something that belongs to someone else. To hesitate or be reluctant to give or allow something to someone.
Examples:
Begrudge him the opportunity to study abroad. Begrudge spending money. I don't begrudge you for your success.
Disappoint:
To fail to meet someone or their hopes or expectations. To make someone feel sad.
Examples:
Disappoint the audience. Don't disappoint me. She worked very hard not to disappoint her boss's expectations.
Loyal:
Giving or remaining firm and constant support to a person, institution, product, etc.
Examples:
A loyal friend. Become a loyal customer. Enemy armies are loyal to their monarch.
Function:
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb: to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Bunch:
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples:
An international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Inauguration.
The formal beginning or initiation of something, especially the beginning of a political leader's term in office, a ceremony marking the beginning of an organization or event.
Examples:
Inauguration ceremony. Presidential inauguration. The inauguration of the new station was a great success.
Automatic.
Able to work or operate with little or no direct human control, independent of external control.
Examples:
Automatic operation. The automatic shrinking of the pupils. In passenger aircraft, it is common to use an automatic pilot during cruising.
Pilot.
A person who flies an aircraft, especially as a job, a person qualified to guide ships through a difficult area of water.
Examples:
A test pilot. Pilot production. The pilot exercised great care in landing.
Subsequent.
Happening or occurring later or after something else.
Examples:
Over subsequent months. Reduce subsequent mortality. In the subsequent meeting, the team discussed ways to improve productivity.
Reinstate.
To restore or bring back to a previous position, status, or condition, to return someone to a former job or position which they previously held.
Examples:
Reinstate a policy. Reinstate a team member. The boss decided to reinstate the recently fired employee after realizing their mistake.
Elevate.
To raise something from a lower to a higher position, to give a promotion to or assign to a higher position.
Examples:
Elevate educational standards. Elevate a close relationship. Eating food in a hurry elevates blood glucose levels.
Rubber stamp.
A device used to imprint a signature or message on a document, often used as a metaphor for a process that involves automatic or unthinking approval, a process or mechanism used to approve or authorize something without further scrutiny or consideration.
Examples:
Rubber stamp approval. Rubber stamp signature. The government's rubber stamp process undermines the democratic principles of transparency and accountability.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Rub.
To move one's hand or an object over the surface of something with pressure.
Examples:
Rub shoulders. Rub a glass window. She rubbed the sore spot on her leg to ease the pain.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
Terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Background.
The details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples:
A background color. A criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Analogy.
A comparison between similar things that have similar aspects, often used to help explain a principle or concept.
Examples:
Draw analogy. Historical analogy. Some kinds of machine learning models show an analogy to how people learn.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Elite.
Belonging to the wealthiest, most potent, best educated, or best trained group in a society.
Examples:
Earn elite status. Elite athlete. Very few educational elites go to Oxford or Cambridge.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Caucus.
A private meeting of a political group or party to discuss policies, tactics, and strategy. A closed meeting or assembly of people with shared interests or goals, often to make decisions or coordinate actions.
Examples:
Statewide caucus. Democratic caucus. The politicians met privately in a caucus to discuss their party's platform.
Debate.
A formal discussion or argument of opposing viewpoints, often to persuade others to adopt a specific position. A public discussion, often on an issue of current interest, in which participants offer opinions and differing perspectives.
Examples:
Debate topic. Debate competition. The debate over climate change continues to be a hot topic in politics.
Convention.
A large formal assembly of people who do a particular job or have a similar interest or of a political party, something regarded as a normative example.
Examples:
Convention center. Political convention. They met at biennial conventions.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Confetti.
Small pieces of colored paper or other material that are thrown around on festive occasions, especially in celebration or as part of the decoration.
Examples:
Confetti party. Confetti-filled balloons. We threw confetti at the wedding to celebrate the happy couple.
Sweep.
To clean something, especially a floor or an area, by using a broom, move swiftly and smoothly.
Examples:
Sweep up dead leaves. Sweep a room with a glance. The politician tried to sweep the embarrassing incident under the rug.
Vice.
Wrongdoing or wicked behavior, in the form of vice versa, with the order reversed. As a prefix, someone with a job immediately below a particular person.
Examples:
Virtue and vice. Vice chair of the committee. Cats hate dogs and vice versa.
Gore.
To pierce with a sharp object, causing injury or death. Noun, coagulated blood from a wound.
Examples:
Gore him with a weapon. Gore scene. The hunter gored the deer with an arrow.
Supreme.
Highest in rank, level, or importance.
Examples:
The supreme commander. Justice of the Supreme Court. The supreme pleasure of life is the conviction that we are loved.
Legislature.
A body of elected or appointed representatives who make laws for a country or state.
Examples:
Colonial legislature. A prefectural legislature. The people elect legislature members to represent their interests and make decisions on their behalf.
Discredit.
To harm the reputation or credibility of someone or something. To make something appear untrue or unreliable.
Examples:
Discredit a theory. Discredit a witness. The company's unethical practices have discredited its brand image in the eyes of consumers.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples:
Hold a protest. A silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Pitchfork.
A long-handled farm tool with 2 or 3 prongs at the end, used for turning over hay or other agricultural materials.
Examples:
Pitchfork attack. Pitchfork protest. The angry mob marched towards the mansion with pitchforks and torches in hand.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples:
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Curse.
A rude or offensive word or an expression that is not polite and shows that you are very angry.
Examples:
Under a curse. Few curse words. Many autocratic policies became a curse for that country's economy.
Launch.
To send or propel something into the air or space using a device such as a rocket, missile, or spacecraft, to make something available or on sale for the first time.
Examples:
Launch a spaceship into orbit. Launch a big attack. The company is set to launch its new product line next month.
Ferocious.
Very fierce, savage, or cruel.
Examples:
Ferocious beast. Ferocious predator. The lion's ferocious roar could be heard from miles away.
Grab.
To take hold of something or someone suddenly with a hand, especially in a violent way.
Examples:
Grab an audience. Grab an opportunity. Shall we grab a bite to eat?
Lawsuit.
A legal action taken by one party against another in a court of law, typically seeking damages or some other form of remedy for perceived wrongs or harms suffered.
Examples:
Lawsuit settlement. File a lawsuit. The company is facing a lawsuit for its alleged discrimination against employees.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Ballot.
A piece of paper used to cast a vote in an election.
Examples:
The final ballot. Ballot booth. The ballot for the upcoming election will be sent out to registered voters next week.
Fraudulent.
Involving deception or dishonesty, intended to deceive or defraud, false or misleading.
Examples:
Fraudulent activity. Fraudulent alteration of data. The company was involved in a fraudulent scheme to scam customers out of money.
Certify.
To formally state, especially in writing, that something is true.
Examples:
Certify product quality. Certify the authenticity of the painting. As a witness, I can certify his innocence.
Allege.
To state or claim that something is the case, often without proof.
Examples:
Allege misconduct. Allege his guilt. The company has been accused of violating the law, but they allege they have done nothing wrong.
Fraud.
The crime of gaining money or financial benefits by deceiving people, a person who makes deceitful pretenses.
Examples:
Get money by fraud. Victim of fraud. The police arrested them for committing insurance fraud.
Interference.
The act or process of getting involved in and trying to influence a specific situation, the state of being affected and influenced with.
Examples:
Officious interference. Interference wave. Unfortunately, the radio interference made it difficult to hear the broadcast.
Rival.
A person, company, or thing competing with others for the same thing or in the same area.
Examples:
Rival bidder. Merge with a rival company. He interfered with his rivals in various ways during the campaign.
Slate.
A flat piece of rock or stone that is typically used as a roofing or flooring material. A list of candidates for an election arranged in a specific order.
Examples:
Slate tile. Slate roof. We need to add more names to the slate of candidates for the upcoming election.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Representative:
someone who speaks or acts officially on behalf of another person or group of people.
Examples:
an official representative. Sales representative. The media representatives had special passes.
Tally:
a record or count of a particular thing often used to keep track of scores, votes, or numbers.
Examples:
keep a tally. Tally sheet. Let's keep a tally of the votes to see who won the election.
Delegate:
a person sent or authorized to represent others, in particular, an elected representative sent to a conference. Verb, to transfer power to someone.
Examples:
delegate a routine task. Send a delegate. The delegate from the small country was not allowed to speak at the meeting.
Individual:
a single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
a private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Congressperson:
a person who belongs to a Congress, especially a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. Congressman, congressperson is used to avoid gender discrimination.
Examples:
hawkish congressperson. Former congressperson. The term of a congressperson is 2 years.
Wrap:
to cover or enclose something entirely with paper, cloth, or other material.
Examples:
wrap a fish in foil. Wrap up a meeting. Wrap the bandage tightly around the injured arm.
Anoint:
to apply oil or some other substance to something or someone as part of a religious or ceremonial act. To smear or rub with oil or a similar substance as a form of treatment or protection. To designate or appoint someone for a special mission or duty.
Examples:
anoint with oil. Anoint him as king. The priest will anoint the sick with holy oil in hopes of a speedy recovery.
Constitutional:
of or relating to a constitution, equals the set of fundamental principles, especially of a country or government, existing as an essential characteristic.
Examples:
constitutional ban. A constitutional disease. The right to free speech is a constitutional right in the United States.
Margin:
the space around the edge of a page or document. Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold.
Examples:
margin error. A profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes.
Victory.
A success in a game, competition, election, or battle, or the knowledge that you have won.
Examples:
Victory in the law court. Victory over terrorism. We are optimistic about our final victory.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Unpopular.
Not liked, supported, or approved by many people, having an unfavorable reputation.
Examples:
Unpopular decision. An unpopular opinion. The politician's stance on controversial issues made him an unpopular candidate for many voters.
Bet.
To risk money on the result of an event or a competition, such as a race or game, to get more money, to have faith or confidence in something.
Examples:
Bet on a race. Bet my future. I bet that you know it.
Lobby.
A large area inside the entrance of a public building where people can meet and wait. A group of people who try to persuade a politician, the government, or an official group to influence legislation.
Examples:
Lobby for legislation. A hotel lobby. That lobby group actively advocated environmental protection to the government.
Lawmaker.
A politician or legislator who is responsible for making and changing laws.
Examples:
Female lawmaker. Incumbent lawmaker. This company has increased political contributions to federal lawmakers.
Unfamiliar.
Not known or recognized, not experienced or encountered before.
Examples:
The unfamiliar surroundings. Around unfamiliar people. She was unfamiliar with the city and got lost while trying to find her way back to the hotel.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Progressive.
Relating to or supporting development or advancement, especially social or political one.
Examples:
Progressive taxation. Progressive development. The progressive approach to education emphasizes hands-on learning and student-centered classrooms.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Mobilize.
To make something ready for action or use, to organize people or resources for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Mobilize cooperation. Mobilize a stiff joint. The military mobilized troops to the border.
Alliance.
A partnership or association formed for mutual benefit, particularly between nations or organizations.
Examples:
Form alliance. Major airline alliances. To sell the product, the companies have formed an alliance.
Demonstrate.
To display something or give an exhibition to an interested audience.
Examples:
Demonstrate a difference. Demonstrate mastery. How can you demonstrate that the Earth is a sphere?
Heritage.
The culture and traditions that are passed down from previous generations.
Examples:
Heritage site. Historical heritage. The heritage of the city is reflected in its architecture.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb: to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Voter.
A person who votes or has a legal right to vote in a political election.
Examples:
An eligible voter. Voter apathy. The election administration nullified the election results because of voter fraud.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Incumbent.
A person who currently holds a particular position or job, especially in politics or public office, a duty or obligation that is required as part of a particular role or job.
Examples:
Incumbent party, incumbent duties. The incumbent president is seeking re-election for another term in office.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone, the quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Gracious.
Behaving in a kind, polite, and generous way.
Examples:
In a gracious manner. Gracious hospitality. The staff is always helpful and gracious.
Peaceful.
Not involving violence, conflict, or war.
Examples:
Peaceful country. Peaceful coexistence. Plutonium has limited peaceful applications.
Transfer.
To move, pass, or change from one person, place, or situation to another.
Examples:
Transfer a file. Transfer power. She transferred the money from her savings account to her checking account.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Folk.
People in general, especially those of a particular group or type.
Examples:
Folk art. The folk songs of a particular district. Some seaweed was used as folk medicine in ancient times.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Leadership.
The ability, act, or status of leading a group of people or an organization.
Examples:
Under his leadership. Leadership by politicians. The country's leadership has decided to take large-scale measures against global warming.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
defend my country, defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Indivisible.
Unable to be divided or separated, not subject to alteration or change.
Examples:
indivisible identity, indivisible parts. Liberty and justice for all are indivisible concepts.
Donation.
A voluntary gift of money, service, or ideas that are given to a person or an organization, or the act of giving them.
Examples:
make a donation, political donation. He made a generous donation to the charity.
March.
To walk militarily with stiff, regular steps.
Examples:
march against the war, march east. The troops marched shoulder to shoulder.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
philosophy of education, Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Morality.
Principles of right and evil or good and bad behavior.
Examples:
business morality, sense of morality. She found fault with the morality of politicians.
Would-be.
Indicating a person who aspires or attempts to be something but has not yet achieved that status or position.
Examples:
would-be actor, would-be entrepreneur. The would-be burglar was caught on the security camera and arrested by the police.
Dictator.
A political leader who has complete power over a country, especially one who has obtained control by force.
Examples:
military dictator, a dictator with enormous powers. A popular uprising led to the overthrow of the dictator.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
reverse the trend, reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
victim of a violent crime, violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Chaos.
A state of complete confusion or disorder, often characterized by a lack of predictability or control.
Examples:
Chaos theory. Midst of chaos. The conference room was in chaos as everyone tried to speak at once.
Carnage.
The killing or slaughter of a large number of people, especially in a battle or war, a situation in which many people are killed or injured in a violent way.
Examples:
Carnage on the battlefield. Brutal carnage. The battlefield was filled with carnage, a terrible reminder of the horrors of war.
Chase.
To pursue something or someone, to catch or capture them. To go after something vigorously or with determination. Noun, a pursuit or a hunt, a narrow groove or channel cut into a surface, often used for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Chase a dream. Wild goose chase. The police officer chased the suspect through the crowded streets until they finally caught him.
Demonstration.
A display or show, often of a particular skill or product, intended to convince or persuade others.
Examples:
Demonstration project. A campus demonstration. Thousands of people attended the protest demonstration against the proposed policy.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Crack.
To break or cause to break without dividing into separate parts. Noun, a line on the surface of something along which it is separated without breaking.
Examples:
Crack an eggshell. A crack in a board. He that would eat the kernel must crack the nut.
Guidance.
Advice or instructions given to help direct someone's behavior or decision making.
Examples:
Vocational guidance. Guidance counselor. The mentor provided guidance to the young entrepreneur, helping her navigate the business world.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
Gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using and punishments if these are broken, a region of activity, knowledge, or influence.
Examples:
break discipline, rigid discipline. He quickly learned the military discipline.
Nonviolence.
The use of peaceful means, such as civil disobedience or passive resistance, rather than violence to achieve a goal, especially in the context of political or social change.
Examples:
nonviolence movement, nonviolence protest. Martin Luther King Jr. was a champion of nonviolence in the fight for civil rights.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
influence a child's future, influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Framework.
The structural components of a building or object that support its weight and give it form, the underlying structure of a system, concept, or text.
Examples:
legal framework, the framework of a house. He devised a new analytical framework to capture the phenomenon.
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
overwhelming majority, an overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Rogue.
A deceitful and unreliable person, a person who behaves badly.
Examples:
a rogue detective, rogue state. The president states emphatically that the opponent country is a rogue state that supports terrorism.
Militia.
A military force comprised of trained soldiers who are usually a citizen or have other jobs.
Examples:
militia groups, armed militia. Militia suddenly occupied the presidential palace.
Intimidate.
To make someone fearful or uneasy so that they will do something that you want them to do.
Examples:
intimidate an opponent, effectively intimidate a thief. The boss tried to intimidate his subordinate with threats.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples:
the problem of drug abuse, victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Indefinitely.
Without any fixed or definite limit, for an unknown or unspecified period of time.
Examples:
Postpone a meeting indefinitely. Indefinitely suspended. The construction project has been delayed indefinitely due to the pandemic.
Strengthen.
To become stronger or more effective, to make someone or something stronger or more effective.
Examples:
Strengthen the immune system. Strengthen a border patrol. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body.
Rethink.
To consider again a plan, idea, etc., especially to change it.
Examples:
Rethink a marketing plan. Rethink the role of the manager. We have to rethink our company's product lineup for further growth.
Reimagine.
To imagine or conceive of something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Reimagine the future. Reimagine the possibilities. The company is trying to reimagine its business model to stay competitive.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Prosecute.
To bring legal action against someone in a court of law. To pursue or carry out something to completion or achievement.
Examples:
Prosecute criminal. Prosecute case. The attorney decided to prosecute the suspect for stealing from the store.
Intimidation.
The act of instilling fear or anxiety in someone, often to make them feel inferior or submissive. The use of threats or coercion to deter someone from taking a certain course of action.
Examples:
Act of intimidation. Fear of intimidation. Using intimidation tactics in the workplace is unacceptable and should not be tolerated.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
Politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Vigilant.
Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties.
Examples:
Vigilant watch. Vigilant about hand washing. The guards had to remain vigilant to ensure the safety of the high security facility.
Oppose.
To be against or in conflict with something or someone, to resist or to try to prevent something from happening.
Examples:
oppose a decision, publicly oppose. I strongly oppose the new proposed law that would harm our environment.
Prevail.
To be common, widespread, or frequent, to be the strongest or most powerful.
Examples:
good will prevail. Prevail in a suit. It is common for oppressive governments to prevail through violence, using military and police force to control their citizens and suppress dissent.
Twist.
To bend or turn something into a certain shape.
Examples:
twist around to the left. Twist a wet towel. He twisted pieces of rope out of straw.
Recognition.
The action or process of recognizing or being recognized, especially by remembering, an agreement that something is true or legal.
Examples:
recognition award. Joint recognition. He was given recognition for his outstanding work in the field of medicine.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
the core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.